welcome today to the 2023 India Reading Olympiad. We here at the Food4Thought Foundation are honored to reward some of the best and brightest minds across India. And to start today's auspicious ceremony, we'd like to invite our honored judges on stage for a Pushpanjali and a lamp lighting ceremony. The first of the judges we'd like to invite on stage is Dr. Sunita Reddy, representing HRF itself. Can I please get a big round of applause? I would now like to invite Dr. Kiranmay Pandalia from WDC. Our next honored judge is Dr. Krishna Prasad from Ankura Hospitals. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Prabhakar from ITC. And now I'd like to invite Mr. Nandakumar, the Vice Chairman of the Food4Thought Foundation. Dear honored judges, please begin our ceremony on an auspicious note. Thank you so much for gracing us with your time. I'd also like to thank everyone in the audience for being here today. We understand that you've all taken the time out of your busy schedules to be with us, and some of you have traveled a great distance for this ceremony. We assure you that we really appreciate your presence, and I'd like now to hand over the mic to Mr. Prabhakar to continue our ceremonies.
Good evening, everybody. Namaste. It's good to see again all of you in a physical setup. This is, I think, the first event that we are having after the COVID pandemic. And I really appreciate on behalf of Food4Thought Foundation, all of you for having come over. It's actually an honor for us that you have graced the occasion. And as I always say every year, when I meet with all the people who we meet here, is your presence is actually an inspiration for us. It's an inspiration not only for us in the foundation, but inspiration for all who are actually involved in the whole cause for promoting reading. And we will see as we sort of spend the next 45 minutes some really inspiring stories. Before we start, I would request the power behind this India Reading Olympiad, Madhvi Sharma, to come and really share.
Good evening all. First of all, thank you very much for giving your time today. And before starting the presentation, I would just like to show you a small video. You just take 2 minutes to understand what we are and what we are mission is to go ahead. types of, yeah, we can start the presentation. So I'll just give a small brief about the India Reading Olympiad. So the concept which India Reading Olympiad was started in 2019. So when we started, initially as a NGO and Food4Thought Foundation, we were opening the libraries. We were meeting number of people who were doing some exceptional work in reading and in promoting reading habits. But nobody was able to understand their work, or you can say endorse them for their work. So then the idea came down, why we should not start a concept of India Reading Olympiad and help them and endorse them for their, you can say, the work. So into the first year when we started, we just received 105 nominations. And today in a span of 4 years, we have reached to 170 nominations this year. Second thing, India Reading Olympiad is also conducted in the schools. So in schools, what we do, we call it as a joy of reflection. So we give a small story to the students as per their classes, and we give them the option of language. They can write in any language they require, and just one small character. So the beginning of the year, we just had 53 schools, and we just had 2,000 students participation. This year, we have reached to 309 schools, and 16,000 students have participated in joy of reflection. And the most interesting part is the number of languages. In the beginning, we just had 4 languages. This year, we have taken in 8 different languages. So there is no restriction. The kid can write in any form, in any pattern he requires. So these are the total 13 categories where we have picked up the winners. They have come from different parts of India, and I thank for them from coming from different part to a Hyderabad place. And we had a very good chat and everybody was describing about their work. So this year we have also included one more jury, that is Special Jury Award. That is an additional category of this year. So this is the process, like how do we evaluate, what is the stages for that. So this, every year we tie up with an institute. We began with IIT Delhi, and this year we have tied up with IIM Ranchi. So the first screening and the research work is been done by IIM Ranchi, and they share us the number of nominations in each category. So after 170 in the first process which they gave to us, as per the criteria and other selections, we shortlisted 100 for the second round. So after the second round, this goes back to the internal team of Food4Thought Foundation. And then again the selection process starts. We have a certain personal interviews, we go more deeper research work to the Instagrams and other things. And then we shortlist 55, which goes to the external jury body. They are not related to Food4Thought. And then they pick up the winner who have been called today for the award. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhavi. You heard the word Olympiad. You know about Olympics. Just taking means, I want to make it a little participative. How is this Olympiad different from Olympics? Any guesses? What comes to your mind? Why is it different from an Olympics? How often does Olympics happen? This happens every year. So this is an Olympiad with a difference. The second thing is, we all come across lots and lots of awards, different categories, especially in the professional circles. You look at even in film awards, there's a Filmfare Award, there's some other award, etc. But to the best of my knowledge, I have not come across any award which actually promotes reading. And I think a big round of applause to you. If Madhavi has been able to sort of crystallize, action, execute this noble thought, you actually require something else to sort of propel it. And that propeller is actually Food4Thought Foundation. I would request Shefali to come and share a few thoughts.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for your patience. I know we are running late, but I think the program before us was more enjoyable and more fun. I'm glad we got this stage now. Thanks for waiting up with us. I would just take a couple of minutes to tell you more about the journey of Food for Thought for last 1 year. So I'm here to present the 2022 highlights of Food for Thought Foundation. The highlight for us this year was that we added almost 25,000 new readers to our registered database. So that was a big jump for us. Continuing our learnings from the pandemic, where we started reaching out remotely and virtually to our teachers, we continued that journey, and the foundation conducted 200 workshops for the teachers. These are on all different topics which the teachers themselves request, and we facilitate that, and this helps them handle their students better. So this ranged from handling the stress of board exams to how to connect with students in a virtual classroom. So all these 200 workshops were conducted for our teachers. Guys, I don't have that memory, you'll have to flash it. We had the previous slide, please. I'm still there. Thank you. So we had around 10,000, 250 new libraries were added, and 10,000 storytelling sessions, where 10,000 students participated in storytelling and writing competitions. So this is all that happened over 2022. And the highlight for us was when we were granted the best, most trusted and transparent NGO award by the Asian CSR leadership in Dubai. So, moving on to give you the highlights of our journey. This is being consultants, I can't get away from my graphs and pies. So here is the 5-year, 6-year journey for you. And you can see the biggest jumps for us has been in our reader database, in the number of libraries. Proud to say that we have 587 libraries today, operating in 22 states and 88 cities. So, and most importantly, we are coming closer and closer to our target of as close as we can. The target is 1 lakh registered readers. We are halfway through that journey. And with your blessings, I'm sure in the next few years, we will reach that mark as well. Next one. And this is the way forward. This is the dream. The journey is targeting in next 2 years. The COVID set us back by 2 years, and the idea is to run at a faster speed now. The idea is to double that from 500 stories, go to 1,000 save endangered stories. Increase our database of students from 50 to 150, and libraries is going to be 1,000 libraries. So please continue to give us the support and motivation. You guys have been amazing mentors and supporters for the foundation. I cannot thank you all enough. Each one of you, I know personally how much you have mentored us, supported us in this journey, and on behalf of the entire team of foundation, I want to thank all of you. Please continue to bless us and wish us luck.
Thank you, Shefali. You saw the word read, R-E-A-D. I think you just need to add why. We are all ready, and yes, we will. And I think that's the sheer presence of all of you gives us that confidence that yes, we will, yes, we can. Now let's move to the most interesting part of the evening. An evening where all of you actually look forward to, we look forward to, and not just the members of the foundation, but especially the jury members. I think this is something that we really look forward to year after year. And we have jury members who are from corporates, other institutions, some who have been associated with the India Reading Olympiad for quite some time. And every year our endeavor is to sort of get new jury members so that we get fresh perspectives. And I can tell you, having been part of the jury now for quite some time, it's a very, very challenging task for the jury. Unfortunately, we invariably have to pick up one winner and it becomes a struggle because all are so good. The screening process that happens, they put up such nominations that it becomes very, very difficult to sort of decide which one or which one not. But to me, every person who has been nominated, and you will hear about them, is actually a winner. So big round of applause to all the people. For an intervention like this, you also need inspiration. It's very often that inspiration, that spark, that gets us starting to think. It's that inspiration which helps us to sort of have the confidence to translate that thought into action. And one person who has really been the inspiration for the foundation is late KVS. So there's a Lifetime Achievement Award instituted in his name, and as I said, it's an opportunity for all of us to remember him on this occasion, reflect on what he sort of set all of us on a path, and it's our honor to invite Dr. Sunita to please come. I would also like to invite Mr. Nandakumar. And the person who always prefers to be in the back, but at some time he has to come in front, Srini. So this award basically recognizes individuals or institutions who really have done some outstanding work. And it's our honor and privilege to invite Mr. R. Ramachandran, who is from Kerala. Not only a person who has interest in nature, and that's what you would see when he was with Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, preserving music, but more importantly, preserving all the trees, etc., and they are available free of cost on website. I think in today's DNA, sharing it with a larger community is a big service. So thank you very much.
Please come up to the mic, sir. We'd like you to share your story with our audience so that everyone can know, And we just have one thing that we would like you to talk about, which is what inspired you to become a translator, to translate all these works?
Thanks a million to the great organization for offering me this great award. Though I did not publish books, nor do I maintain a library, you have possibly offered this award to me for my contribution online. This is extremely rare, and again thank you for taking this not usual decision. I am also especially thankful to you all because I studied in Hyderabad, St. Mary's School, and passed out of my SSLC here and started reading Walter Scott's novels, Where Are You From? Mahbub College library when I was 14 years old, and my father was running a food for 8 shop. I am by profession a research statistician and I retired in 2000 January. I had a feeling then that a very large number of our youngsters are migrating abroad and their children may not know either Sanskrit or their mother tongue. And their only way of making them to know about how India is through English. They not only wanted to read them in English, but also would like to know what it all means. And I started working for them almost 7 to 8 hours a day, 22 years back. I was very suitable for this work because I was an expert in Sanskrit, Malayalam, Tamil, Hindi, and could translate Kannada and Telugu if they are available in English or Malayalam. And I was also a good poet and a storyteller in English. So far, I have translated and published 6 versions of Ramayana, 21 minor Upanishads, 22 Vedic Suttas, 2,700 stotras, 2,200 Carnatic music kritis, which include all kritis of Tyagaraja, Bhagavad Gita in verse, Yaksha Prachna, Vyamana Shataka in Telugu, Tirukkural in Tamil, and a write-up stories of 140 Kerala temples and 142 village gods in Tamil. I also translated the entire Vikramaditya, not the Vetala stories only, but I translated the entire Vikramaditya stories, and in Hindi it's called Singhasan Bhaktisi. In Tamil it's called Tamil Vikramadityan Period Kadaigal. Therefore I got more books and translated them. And I also have 1,600 general articles, etc., running to about 40,000 types of pages. I also maintain a website of children's stories, rhymes, and write-up about our great India, which is extremely popular for all mothers abroad who are building up their children. I have illustrated 100 Malayalam proverbs by students, and these are used for teaching proverbs to their children by a school in Coimbatore. An Englishman, seeing what all I have done, inquired me whether I maintain a big office to do what I am doing. I said to him that all this was done by me alone at my home. Me to publish them as books, but I refused. Had I published them as 65 books, a maximum of only 2 lakh people would have read them till now. But online, about 4 crore people have read them so far in my blog. I also put them in several other websites like Selexter, Touch Satya Sai Baba Association, Hindupedia, etc., to ensure they would outlive me and be available to several generations. The award given by you will make many, many more people more and more to read them. Thank you again for that. I would like to thank my small family who supported me in what I am doing, because without them I could not have done this great job. When the list of awards that you sent me came, I wrote a poem about that. Because I am a poet. Hey, Sak Sangeet, the world's youngest historian, the old grandpa, is very proud of you, my dear. Baby Hyder from the top of my country, your stories are making old men like me shake. Book nerds, a library in the town of Mountain Top is okay, but how do you manage one where only children come? An English book depot that sells English books is okay, even in a mountain town, but how does a family manage it? All over the world, there is a need for apne aap woman worldwide, doing what you do. But how come Bengal is ruled by a lady? I do know children enjoy a train ride always, but yellow ride makes them travel even to school. The Bakul Foundation tries possibly to explore when people of different ideas come together. Ajay Kale is a teacher from Sangli, and he believes innovation of QR code helps his students. I have a friend called Sridharan from my own Canada. He writes a Nigandu. Nigandu is a dictionary in English. His dictionary is not for understanding a particular language, but for understanding all South Indian languages if you move about. Great job he has done. I have to thank him for that. Even though I am grandpa, I do like his stories, and I do look forward to hear it from Deepa Kiran. Thank you.
America, and we would like to acknowledge the support that we have been receiving from HLF for many, many years, and look forward to it in the coming years. We now move to the categories, different categories, and I would request Dr. Kiran Mai to please come on the stage. I would also request Ms. Ribu. Thank you for joining us all the way from Bangalore. So this category is innovation for reading. May I have the nominees, please? Mr. Ajay Kale from Maharashtra. Dr. Saban Kumar, some of you were here last year online would know he was one of the winners last year. Kamla Davande, Bullock-Cart Library. Close to us from Khammam, Ajay Kumar and Durga Bhavani. Veena Vajni Public School. Very interesting, where children are taught to write both with left and right hands. And the winner is Mr. Ajay Kale. This is a classic case of leveraging technology, using the power of QR codes. One would have never thought that QR codes can be used for teaching, making mathematics very, very interesting. It's this brainchild, and that's the reason why he's been recognized.
Please come up here, Mr. Kale, and if you could just share one part of your story with us. We'd love it if you could tell us how did you get the amazing idea of using QR codes to teach children?
Namaskar सभी को. First of all, I thank you totally IROT team member who done this very good program. अभी मैं हिंदी में बात करता हूँ क्योंकि मैं बहुत साल महाराष्ट्र में रहा हूँ, तो जो मेरे कंफर्ट है वो वहीं से मैं बात करता हूँ. जब मुझे माधवी मैम का पहला फ़ोन आया कि हम आपको इस अवार्ड के लिए नॉमिनेशन कर रहे हैं, तो मुझे कुछ पता नहीं चला क्योंकि नाम तो कुछ और ही था और काम कुछ और ही, ऐसा कुछ लग रहा था मेरे को. मैंने ऐसे ही कह दिया ठीक है, लेकिन जब बाद में मैंने थोड़ा गूगल किया तो कुछ बातें मेरे समझ में आई. लेकिन जब जैसे जैसे मेरा नॉमिनेशन आगे जाता था, पहला कॉल मुझे माधवी मैम का आता था कि आपका नाम टॉप 20 में गया है, आपका नाम टॉप 5 में गया है. तो मेरे को कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा कि मैंने तो कुछ किया नहीं, लेकिन ये आगे कैसे जा रहा है. फिर जब मेरे स्कूल की ट्रिप गई थी महाराष्ट्र में, तो मैं स्कूल के बच्चों के साथ हम सिंधुदुर्ग महाराष्ट्र का एक फेमस स्पॉट है, उस पर हम एंजॉय कर रहे थे. शीश नाम का हम लाभ उठा रहे थे और माधवी मैम का फोन आया कि आप विनर हो गए, आप टॉप 1 में आ गए. तो मैंने जोर से उधर उड़े, बच्चों के साथ खेलना शुरू कर दिया. मेरे साथी टीचर को भी कुछ पता नहीं चला क्योंकि मैं जो कुछ बता रहा था वो उसके समझ के बाहर था. चलो कुछ तो मिला है, ऐसा करके हम स्टार्ट किया. तो ये जर्नी रही थी. जब मेरे 2016 को जब महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट ने एक किताब निकाली थी, तो उसमें एक QR कोड दिया था और उसके बारे में मैंने थोड़ा सर्च करना शुरू किया और हमने ये जाना कि अगर हम ऐसे ही अपने टीचर का वीडियो बनाकर अगर बच्चों के किताब में देते तो उनको कैसा फायदा मिल सकता है. इसके लिए हमने 6th स्टैंडर्ड के मैथ्स के हर लेसन के वीडियो बनाए मैं और मेरे साथी टीचर ने. और उस वीडियो को छोटे पार्ट में बना के मैंने उस YouTube चैनल पे डाला और उसका QR कोड बनाकर उस बच्चों की किताब में पेस्ट कर दिया. जब चाहे जिधर भी चाहे 24 आवर्स मेरे टीचर बच्चों के लिए अवेलेबल कर दिया. और इसका अभी पिछले 5-6 साल से अब मुझे मेरे स्कूल में ये फायदा होने लगा है कि हर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में मेरे स्कूल के बच्चे अब टॉप करने लगे। तो ऐसा काम करते गया और इसका अब तक मेरे चैनल को 6 लाख टोटल इंडिया से 6 लाख लोगों ने विजिट किया है और ये हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Ajay ji. Indeed, an inspiring story. It's picking up an idea from somewhere, realizing that I can actually make something more useful for it. And today having 6 lakh followers on his YouTube. How many people really will have 6 lakh followers? And I can assure you that he has not paid for the 6 lakh followers. These are followers who have come on their own. Big hand to Ajay. Our next category is bookstore of the year. And it's a very important category because today we don't see bookshops, but here we are talking about bookstores. Nominees from Dehradun English Book Depot from 1923. Indian Books branded their entire thing. They've got 5 bookstores now in NCR. Interesting name, Once Upon a Time Bookshop. Boutique, Goa, again doorsteps. This is again interesting one, Tokyo bookstore by the children in regions like Manipur. Now you can imagine how to decide which one to give at this. That's the struggle that jury members go through. But I think what finally tilted the scales was a bookstore which is celebrating 100 years. And I request the bookstore team.
Could I please invite you to talk a lot about, in just under a minute if you could, about your English Book Depot, about its history and what it means to you.
Thank you so much. The only story I have is very simple. In 1923, my grandfather set about to understand that books are food for thought. And look, today after 100 years, Food for Thought is coming up. I don't want to say more, but the only secret behind this 100-year-old bookshop is I'll disclose it today, don't tell it outside this room, that every 25 years, the bookstore has reinvented itself. 25, not 5. Like today, a lot of bookstores came in the last 10 years, they all went down. But every 25 years, this bookstore took a step. First 25 years, अंग्रेजों को अंग्रेजी की किताब पढ़ाओ. That was the direction. So from 23 till about 47, we were essentially selling books to English in their cantonments. Then came the freedom. Then started the next 25-year cycle. हिंदुस्तान में जगह जगह शहर में जाओ, अपने भाई बंधु दोस्त को ले जाओ और किताबें पहुंचाओ. So that was the second cycle. For 25 years, so 33 bookshops, English Book Depot, Oxford Book Depot, British Book Depot, London Book Depot. Name doesn't go anywhere, but the story and the man behind inspiration is the same. My grandfather passed away in 1965. His 9 children took ahead the story. They married people who were in bookshops. So bookshops and bookshops families married. And at last call, there were 39 bookstores which still exist through the turns and downturns. Then came the next 25 years, we started publishing books in English. And finally, the last 25 years, we said, okay, now let's open a cafe in the bookshop so we can get new people. And finally, as the minute of the story is finishing, the secret now, we have created a social space above the bookshop where you can read, write and speak. And we will support that. Thank you.
Still can't believe 100 years, but he's let out the secret. keep reinventing yourself. And from all of us here for your next 100 years, sir. Our next category is reading for pleasure. This basically recognizes not-for-profit voluntary groups which are promoting reading habits. And again, looking at innovation, how many people are participating in this event, etc. So the nominees, Apne Aap Women from Calcutta. And see where they are reaching, going into the red line areas, giving access to books. Pakul Foundation, again from Odisha. Nishan Foundation from Shillong, and you'll find a lot of entries from Northeast. Lit the Light Trust from Coimbatore, again looking at visually impaired community and visually impaired children. And Ranjit Bakshi Jan Kalyan Foundation from Himachal Pradesh. Each one wanting to make a difference. The winner, Shashma Organization Ladakh, again from Reading Habits at Ladakh, looking at the Tibetan refugees. And the winner is Apne Aap Women Worldwide. Is there a video or something that we're playing?
I'll accept on their behalf.
Yeah.
Make sure they get it.
Absolutely. No coincidence, all the women are there on the stage. Thank you, Kiran. Thank you. Yeah, sure.
It's really heartening what Food4Thought Foundation has been doing year after year. Srini, Shefali, Madhavi, it's just too good in terms of the reach you created and where the reading is kindled among young hearts and the old. I just want to, as a token of appreciation, and for what Shefali has mentioned, you added 25,000 readers in the year 2022. I would like to, a drop in the ocean, 25,000 donated to Food4Thought Foundation from me.
Thank you, Kiran. Really appreciate the gesture. And you've been a pillar of support all these years. We look forward to that. Our next category is Best Reading Club. Yeah, sure.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so sorry to be interrupting this meeting like this, but I think a couple of things that I wanted to say is I've been associated with this, the Olympiad for about 4 years now, and some brilliant work that the team is doing. So a big round of applause to everybody who's involved with it. Srini, Shefali, Madhavi, all of you, wonderful work. And I remember when COVID was happening, my team from Amadeus Labs actually put together a team that was working on the nominations. So we really know how much work goes into putting these nominations forward. So kudos to all the judges and everybody that participated in this brilliant work, and all the best to all the ones who are nominated. Your nomination itself is a big thing. Winning is another, but being nominated in this forum itself is a big thing. So congratulations to all of you and all the best to all the winners. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ribu, and thank you, Amadeus, for your continuous support. So, Best Reading Club. Let's look at the nominations. Bhubaneswar Book Reading Club, getting everybody onto one platform. Dehradun again. Somebody said Dehradun. Book Nerds Club, Dehradun, 25,000. Nainital, you Uttarakhand ka Raja. Himalayan Writing Retreat. Interesting. How many of you are interested in writing? They have a retreat. We always say, mood nahi ban raha hai likhne ke liye. Here is a place where you can go and write. Jaipur Book Club, 3,500 members online. Secret Bookshelf, very interesting. First English language book club in Guwahati. And the winner is, any guesses? Book Nerds. youngest member of the book club also.
She's the wildest.
Can I request Mr. Meher? Yes.
So please give the awards.
Congratulations to both of you. We'd love to give you a minute so you can talk about your book club and what you believe has been the ingredient for your success.
So I wanted to talk because she doesn't let me talk at home. So she's my wife. You would have figured it out. Okay. Dehradun rocks. Sandeep sir is in the room. Oh, he's here. Okay. So Book Nerds wouldn't have happened because if English Book Depot wasn't born. It's as simple as that. So when I was growing up, we used to go to their shop, English Book Depot, and read. And it's as simple as that. The love for reading came from there, and we started this community of readers back in 2015. And there was an interview earlier, and I said the key word was consistency. And for any what you call startup or any sort of initiative, the word is consistency. You need to work hard and kind of be very passionate about what you're doing. It's as simple as that, and that's what we follow. And Neha also would agree with me and everybody in this room. Congratulations. And yes, Dehradun rocks. I was the one who shouted. Sorry about that. Thank you so much.
25,000, over to the next 25,000, best wishes to you. We now move to the next category, inspiring storyteller. This basically looks at using storytelling to promote reading habits. The nominees, Deepa Kiran, Hyderabad. I never realized that there's a storytelling festival also. Rekha Vyas, Mumbai, using hand shows and puppets. Very interesting way to sort of connect, especially with children. Usha Chhabra from Delhi, again engaging with children and adults, and I'm sure the adults are also living the childhood. Vinay Varanasi from Bangalore, again a very interesting approach using simulations and rhythm. Vimal Mohan from Hyderabad, door-to-door storytellers. And the winner is Deepa Kiran.
Thank you so much for joining us here today, Ms. Kiran. I'd love to give you a minute to tell us how you fell in love with storytelling.
The story behind the storytelling.
Yeah, I always say that I could never come to the point. So that's why I'm a storyteller. Having said that, a quick story about the reason professionally I ended up taking it. I used to tell it to my students right from 2000. I had a kidney malfunction in 2008, and my cholesterol count was 600 plus. It's supposed to be below 200, and there were many other, strange stuff. And for 4 or 5 months, I used to take 80 tablets of steroids every day. And after that, I got fed up, and I thought, I want to do something that I really love. Before God knows what might happen. And in a small town called Devlani in Maharashtra, my eldest son is here, he was there, and my little one just tagged them along with me, hired a little hall and put up posters in the marketplace, announced a storytelling and dance camp for children. because I realized that will make me happy. It's just something that makes me happy. Instead, if I get 15 registrations, great. After 28, I had to refuse. I did a 3-week summer camp with 28 children, had so much fun, told them stories, danced, did craft work, and they performed on the final day. The next checkup, my doctor said, "You're perfectly fine, I can't even give you a single tablet more." I remember someone asking me that, "How do you know it's because of storytelling?" I'm like, "You go and research. I'm certain that it's because of storytelling that I recovered and never wanted to give it up." But what I'm most thankful for is fantastic support I've received from the world randomly for the work, including, I have to mention, Telangana Social Welfare Residential Institution, or the Central Tibetan Administration, Azim Plainty Foundation, Rainbow Homes, Plan India. They just came forward, trusted the work that me and my team can do. And another thing is the children themselves. You know, our very first camp, we went there with our great agenda, like, we're going to do this, the volunteers are very excited, and the children had this, we could smell the stink. They were so pissed. They were like, "We've been forced to come to this storytelling summer camp and English teacher camp. We want to go home. We wanted our holidays at home." Their exams were just over. We didn't know, you know, all our excitement died. We just put aside our entire plan. We gave them drawing books and colors and said, if you could be where you want to be, if you could do what you want to do, what would it be? Just draw. So the entire morning session was children drawing and then sharing the stories with each other. And from there we moved to writing, we moved to reading, and at the end of 15 days it ended up being a great camp. So I think my inspiration is really life. It's all of the wonderful people who have come. It's art, it's beauty, it's joy. And this chance that life is giving me to dance the music that my heart hears. So thank you so much. Thank you very much. Really inspired by everyone.
Thank you, Deepa, for not just, you're actually creating dance and music for everyone. And it's indeed an amazing story as to how one can, in all this talk of mental wellness, etc. I think that's what really made a difference when you got into it. Thank you for that. We now move to our next category, innovative library format.
I would like to thank Shefali ma'am, Srini sir and Madhavi ma'am for inviting me. And I was just saying, Shefali ma'am, that if somebody gets lost or sometime wanted to get inspired in anywhere in the world, this is the one place they can just come here and listen to the stories, and they get back to their old fashion or get to the new life, is what I was just sharing with Shefali. And Green Gold being very close to the children animation movies and the episodes, I think I would suggest our CEO to listen to these stories and see if we can do something about it. Thank you. Thanks, and great job.
Thank you, Meher. We now move to the innovative library format. The nominees: Bakul Foundation from Odisha, beverages refrigerator, tree trunk, old discarded bus. Patoli Street, Kolkata, very close to where I stay. Discarded boats, Kanika Wildlife Range from Odisha. Chai stall with books to read, Chai Pe Charcha, Chai Pe Padna, Agra. Before I announce the winners, may I also request Dr. KP from Angura, and do we have Amrita from Coromandel? And the winner is Bakul Foundation. Give a round of applause.
congratulate the Bakul Foundation once again and give them a minute to tell us about the innovative libraries they come up with.
Thank you very much. Bakul Foundation is basically a volunteer movement. I'm just the face of the work that many volunteers do. I'm very happy that two of them are here, Debajyoti and Nilanjana. See, when we set up libraries, our job was to, get children and adults fall in love with books and reading. And we realized that we have to create readers, because people were not really in love with reading, not as many people as we wanted. And so we had to think of different ways in which we could get people interested in reading and get them attracted to come to books. And so the thought came of, how do we present books to them? So it started with different kinds of bookshelves in our libraries, like a bookshelf looking like a bookman and other things. And then we thought, it started with, we were setting up some libraries in cyclone-affected villages, in primary schools. And there were very few books in Odia. It had to be one bookshelf. And then we thought, instead of just a regular bookshelf, maybe we use a refrigerator. We convert it into an artwork, got artists to paint them. And as I said, refrigerators, food for thought. Again, children associate refrigerators with wonderful, delicious ice creams, cold drinks, everything. And then later on we did, we started having libraries in public spaces. So again, beverages refrigerated with a glass door where you can see the books. These are unmanned libraries where anyone can take up a book, take it away, drop a book, similarly with the tree trunk, so in different hearts, in market spaces, in public parks. So that's something that we've been doing. We are hoping that, I was asked, what is the dream library? There is no dream library that we have in mind. Our dream would be to have a network of libraries so that wherever people go, our books would be there. You cannot escape books. So that's what we would like to do. Bakul Foundation, I just want to let you know, I definitely have a dream on a beachside, on a hammock, having a book and reading. Hopefully someday I'll benefit from the Bakul Foundation work, maybe in a Puri beach or something. Our next category, Reading for Pleasure School. Recognizes schools that promote reading habits. So important, especially in these days where everybody is hooked on to mobiles and gadgets and really missing out on the joy of reading. Forget the benefits, I think the sheer joy of reading. Nominees, Brijas Praveen Vidyalaya from Pondicherry, Special Education School, Kendriya Vidyalaya Palwal, Integrating Technology and Library Programs, Sanjay Kumar Rajesh Bhai sir. Looking at not just children, parents, grandparents, how do you create reading as a movement, making reading a community activity? That's the work Sanjay does. Alt School Chennai, just going beyond the school room, specifically designed for children in the 5 to 17 age group. Yellow Train Coimbatore. Today now you find a lot of fancy coaches on the railway tracks. And a lot of times these coaches, after some time, they don't have any use. They have actually used the coach and converted it into a place for reading. The nominees have seen. Winner, please. The Yellow Train. I request the team from Yellow Train.
I'd now like to invite Ms. Mayura from the Yellow Train School to tell us a story of how that train library came to be.
Good evening. I'm just a representative from the school. Our founder read this book, Toto Chan, A Little Girl at the Window, when she was 12. And in that story, there is school set up in a railroad carriage. And from then on, she's had this dream to have a school with a bogie. And that came to fruition, I think in 2012, when we managed to get a bogie into our school from an abandoned bogie into our school. And we thought, as a school which loves books, it's no better place to have the library. So we opened the library in the bogie.
Thank you, Shefali, and thank you, Shane, for giving me this opportunity. And I would like to congratulate all the winners today, and it's a great work you guys are doing. I hope you continue to do that. And this is the first time I'm participating in literary festival, and I hope I'll continue to do so in the future as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kiran. And before you go, I just want to make a request if it's not already done. I think in all the Ankara hospitals, let's have a Food4Thought Foundation library. We now move to the next category. I am Bond. You all have heard of James Bond. Now here we are talking of the Bonds who are promoting lady. The first category, I am Bond under 18. Let's look at the nominees. Aradhna Umesh from Ghaziabad, Adiba Riyad from Jammu Kashmir, youngest author of Union Territory at Jail. KV Sai Vishnu from Chennai, One Book, One Tree, combining both reading and awareness on ecology. Nayab Suhail from Srinagar, interesting, 2 nominations from that part. Already written 3 books. Riyaz Maruf Hassan from Odisha, web show and developed by children. What all the kids are doing actually. Zach Sagin from Bangalore, world's youngest historian, youngest commissioned non-fiction author. I don't know what all if you can add youngest, if you really probe into. And look at the stuff that he has done actually. To present these awards, may I request Mr. R.K. And the winner is Zach Sangeet. Just see the confidence.
Congratulations once again to Zach. I'd love to invite him up here to just speak for a minute about what began his journey as an author.
When I was a 6-year-old boy, my beautiful mother and my father had come back from a trip to Paris. My mother was showing me the pictures of her trip, and one of the pictures she showed me was that of the Mona Lisa. I was a curious young boy, and I immediately delved into how exactly did the Mona Lisa become so famous? Why was it so famous? And every day, I would begin writing. I would try to understand how exactly can I make the long-winded, verbose story of the Mona Lisa simple and easy to understand. And slowly, my interest started expanding from the Mona Lisa to its artist Leonardo da Vinci, to the age in which it was painted, the Renaissance, to other Renaissance artists, and slowly to the whole of world history. And it is when I started simplifying long-winded, verbose history into a simple 3 points. It is after I wrote so many hundreds of essays of these capsules of history, distilled into 3 points, that Hachette, the second largest publisher in the world, contacted me and had my first book, World History in 3 Points, published. I still had a lust to write more. And after writing more essays, my second book, More World History in 3 Points, was published. I would like to end by saying that today I have only one goal. That everyone in the world knows who Hammurabi is, what the Reformation is, what the Industrial Revolution is, who Leonardo da Vinci is, what the Mona Lisa is, who Amenhotep is, who Ramses is, who all the great people, all the great events of history. I want everybody in this room, in the world, to know what it is, or who it is. Thank you.
Sir? 1/4.
I know you are the source of my livelihood for 100 years. But maybe for the next 100 years, we need to bow down to you.
What are you doing with
Just see the energy, enthusiasm, ambition. I think all the people sitting here, some of us may have heard of Mona Lisa, may not have heard of Mona Lisa. But today we're going back definitely having heard Jack Sangeet.
Rockstar, sir.
Absolutely.
The real Bond.
And he's not stopped, the third book is on the way. We now move to the next category, which is I am born above 18. Can we look at the nominees, please? Baby Haldar, Kolkata. Domestic helper turns into best-selling author. Mr. Sridharan from Kerala, 25 years of life writing dictionary in 4 languages. Prasad Prabhakar, again in terms of looking at initiatives like Granthula, 300 plus libraries. Sandeep Kumar from Chandigarh, Dharti Se Shiksha Book Bank, very interesting concept. Vikram Kumar from Mumbai, All-in-One Learning Station, very, very famous, very, very well known. And the winner, Baby Haldar. Yes. So Baby could not join us, but we have a representative from her side.
Joining us today is Miss Divya, Baby Haldar's publisher, and we'd love it if you could give us some insight on how you discovered her and what about her talent stood out to you.
Thank you for this. I work with Zuban Books, which is who published Baby Haldar's book called A Life Less Ordinary. The book has also been translated into 21 languages, including Japanese and Korean. And Zuban Books is a feminist publication house based out of Delhi, and I work with them. So Baby could not join, but if you just need to read one line out of her journey, and you would be motivated to read her book. Just to give you a brief, Baby was working as a domestic worker in someone's house who had a lot of books and a library, and he noticed that she has been very much interested in books, and then he started asking her to start reading in the house while she's working. And on his trip to South India, he got a book and some books to her and gave her a notebook and a pen, and then she started writing. And within days, she finished writing 100 pages, and her book is out in the world. The original publication is called Alo Andari, which has been translated to English called A Life Less Ordinary. I think you have Baby. So you will be hearing Baby herself.
फाउंडेशन की टीम को नमस्ते। मैं आप सबको बहुत मिस कर रही हूँ। मैं किसी भी कारण आ नहीं पाई, इसके लिए सॉरी, माफ़ी चाहती हूँ। और सारे जजेस को थैंक यू जो मुझे इस अवार्ड के लिए चुने, इस लायक समझे, इसके लिए सारे जजेस को बहुत बड़ा थैंक यू। और मेरी तरफ से मेरा अवार्ड लेने गए हैं तो मेरी तरफ से दीपिका जी को भी बहुत बड़ा थैंक यू। मैं बहुत मिस कर रही हूँ, आप सबको मिस कर रही हूँ। तो आई लव यू, थैंक यू। मैं आगे कभी मौका मिले तो आप सबको मिलने का जरूर मैं चाहूँगी, मिलना चाहूँगी। नमस्ते।
I think I would also like to thank Divya. I wish more and more publishers come forward and encourage people like this. Kudos to you also, Divya. And definitely, I'll get back to Calcutta in the next 2 days and look forward to meeting Devi. We now move to the next category, which is again a very special award. This is the Special Jury Award. And intent again is to sort of really recognize inspiring work done, and you've seen the work done by him in the previous section also. Just to sort of again, Mr. Sridharan, I think it was mentioned in the beginning also, translating words into 4 different languages, where you can actually compare and contrast and understand. May I request Shefali and Kiran to please come on stage.
Requesting you, he wants you to join. He's asking his son to join.
Food Foundation Director Madhavi Garu, other directors, Priyavina Saburi Garu, మీ అందరికీ నా హృదయం నిండిన ధన్యవాదాలు. నాకు తెలుగు చదవడం రాయడం తెలుసు, బాగా తెలుసు. బట్ చదవడం మర్చిపోయింది చదవడం సారీ నేను చేసిన చదువు భాష నిఘంటు తెలుగు, తమిళ, కన్నడ, మలయాళం. కేరళలో భాష ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆవిష్కరించినది. నేను అది రాసినది అలా കഴിയുന്നതും തിരുവനന്തപുരത്തിന് പറയണമെന്നുണ്ട് എനിക്ക്. പക്ഷേ രാശിത പിന്നെ ഒരു തൊഴിലാത്മക പഠനം, അതായത് അതിൻ്റെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് എനിക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നില്ല. പിന്നെ కంపారిటివ్ స్టడీ అని ఉద్దేశంతో నా చదువు భాష నిగడు రాశారు. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ പിന്നെ ద్రవిడియన్ భాష ద్రవిడియన్ లింగ్విస్టిక్ అసోసియేషన్ నాకు బహుమతి లభించినది. പിന്നെ మాట్లాడాలి. അതുകൊണ്ട് దానితో నా കൂടുതൽ പിന്നെ మాట్లాడలేదు. మీరందరికీ నా ధన్యవాదములు అండ్ కృతజ్ఞతలు. బాగా ముందైతే నాకు ఇನ್ನು కలుస్తాను.
Thank you, Mr. Sridharan. You actually saw him talking in 4 languages actually. And I don't know how many of you are, recently there was a big conference in Varanasi on basically Dravidian culture and etc. And he probably would have merited a place to be there actually. Many of us were thinking what we will do after retirement. I think we should draw inspiration from him. We now move to our next category. We'll request indulgence and patience of all of you here for another 10 minutes. The best library. It recognizes schools where the foundation libraries are operating, and I can tell you the scrutiny that they go through from Madhvi and the team. If they have really made it to this level, you can be 125% sure that they're doing a fantastic job. Can we look at the nominees, please? MBBS Amshiguda in Sangareddy, Doddanhalli in Hoskote, Popi, Shinginapur, Sakar, West Zone, Ghaziabad, North Zone. So there are schools from all zones. We heard how we are present in 22 states. This is a clear reflection of presence across geographies. And the winner. Everybody. Okay. So can we request principals from these schools to please come over? Are there any principals here from these schools? MBBS Amshiguda. In a row, she is correcting us.
We'd love to invite you to speak about your school and what it feels like to be recognized.
Good evening, one and all. I'm very happy for this honor. I thank to the IR Foundation. And one fine evening, I got a phone that we are launching library in MPPS Shemsiguda, Kokatpalli, Mandal, Major District, South Zone. From that day, we have rapport with the IRO, especially Madhvi ma'am and the whole team. Now I am unable to talk with this happiness, and anyway I thank for all the mentors and students very much. They have developed in our school, with this, with the help of books. And whenever we tell them that we want new books, they'll give new books and whatnot. In the pandemic period also, many activities for the students and for teachers, principals and all. And I'm very thankful for giving this opportunity. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. As they say, actions speak louder than words. And we would request you to keep putting pressure on the foundation for more and more books. That will keep us on the toes. We now move to our next category. And
teacher from JHPS Doddenalli, Hoskote Taluk, Bengaluru Rural District. Now I would like to share my views on Food4Thought program. Since 2 years, that organization conducting many programs in our school. First one is they have provided many library books in our school. We are giving monthly 3 books to our children. Our children are reading very interestingly those.
so we'll now move to the next category, Joy of Reflections, where children write about what they have actually read. And we have again winners in different categories, whether it's English, Marathi, Telugu, Kannada, Bengali, Urdu and Gujarati. Would have got as more diverse than this. May I request Mr. Vijay also to join Shefali and Kiran on stage. Yeah, but projection will it work? Now it will not. Yeah.
You can announce it.
Yeah, so these are the medals which will go to all the children, and Kiran and Vijay are receiving on behalf of all the children.
This is joy.
Yeah. Though sadly our winners were unable to join us today, we have winners from all across the country in multiple languages. And I'd just like to take a moment to name all of our winners. So in the category of Hindi, we have Saraswati Arivar from Ghaziabad. We also have Nazia from Delhi. And finally Anju Singh from Kushinagar. In the category of English, we have Kashish from Ghaziabad, Mohammad Fayyad Ali from Shamshigura, and M. Lahari from Ghana City. Please give all of these children a huge round of applause. They will complete a very brief. Thank you so much. We have 2 more categories. In Telugu, we have G. Smrutika from AV Model School, K. Upasana from Akshara Vidya Mandir, and B. Maheshwari from ZPHS Shamshigura. In the category of Kannada, our winners are Shreyas from Mahasar Hadari, Saundara from Kamlipura, and Brunda from Thavarkere. The best readers for the language of Marathi are Nandini Narayan Bharti from Singapore, Shambhavi Shashikant Rajmani from Singapore, and Viraj Pratap Poi also from Singapore. So we have a lot of winners from Singapore. And the best readers in Bengali are Mosami Mahato from Missouri, Nitu Bala Mahato from Missouri, and Ankush Dutta from Domohan. A huge round of applause for all our participants. In the category of Gujarati, our winners are Tulsi Nagajbhai Rabal, Kokatia Rohan Mansukhabhai, I'm so sorry for my pronunciation, and Malkia Rohit Rajeshbhai. A huge round of applause for all 3 of our winners. In the category of Urdu, we have Samlin Begum, Sidika Ume, and Rubina. A huge round of applause for all of us. And finally, we have a special acknowledgement for the highest participation in the India Reading Olympiad in a school category. Our 3 winners in this category are age-wise. In the category of 1 to 4, we have MPPS Kamlapuram from Khammam, where 108 students participated in our Olympiad. In the category of grades 5 to 7, our winner is SSGM Harirudva from Kushinagar, where 108 students participated. And a winner in the category of 8 to 10 comes from Shamshiguda, SCPH Shamshiguda. This concludes our highest and best reader awards, and though our winners could not be here with us tonight, they are definitely with us here in spirit, and we will make sure that they get their awards on time. Thank you so much for your time, and we have one more category to go, our final category.
So the last category, and again this is a category which really blends creativity. Caught reading. Nowadays we find caught chatting, caught see. Rare to find caught reading. And here are our nominees who actually took very, very candid shots of people who were caught reading. The nominees are Aditya Bhatnagar from Noida, Kanish Kalra from Hyderabad, Naib Suhail from Srinagar. I think she was nominated in category also. Mrs. Meenakshi Jha from Delhi. Age no barrier, and the winner is Kanish Kalra. And I request Dr. Ram to actually help us judge the entries.
Thank you so much. Our best reader and caught reading has to go to a film shoot right now, so please give him a huge round of applause as he leaves. Now that we have given out all the awards for tonight, we reach the end of our ceremony, and we'd like to end with a note of special thanks.
Firstly, thanks to all the jury members, thanks to all the people who went through the nominee process, our partners, storytellers, volunteers, principals, who've been with us through this journey. More importantly, I think there's also an occasion to thank them for their unstinted support during the pandemic period. They never allowed that momentum to sort of die down, and it is that spirit of resilience, it is that spirit of passion is what we would like to acknowledge today. A big, big round of applause to all of them. So I'd like to thank our partners, Hyderabad Literary Festival. They've been very gracious to allow us to use the platform of HLF to showcase the work that is being done by Foundation. More importantly, to get all of you people who participated in IRO here. Odessa, a software company, MADS, travel technology company, Aurobindo Pharma Foundation, Green Gold Animation, and you will find that each one comes from a very, very different background. So it's a convergence that we are seeing. We have Signode, again from a manufacturing sector. All of them have really come forward, and I don't think we would have been able to sort of continue and sustain this initiative but for their support. Once again, a big, big thanks to all of you. A big round of applause. Who deserves this big round of applause? Madhavi.
10 minutes because this is last 3 months journey. Number of people in the behind has been working it continuously day and night to bring all the winners down on this stage. So first, HLF, thank you very much every year for giving us the space where we could graciously call all the winners and they can also enjoy this winning. I would also like to thank all the sponsors. Every kid's smile, it's only because of you. We are into dealing with them every day. And MPP Shimshigura ma'am is sitting down and you can see her smiling. It's just because of all the sponsors who have been helping us that we can reach down the rural part of India and help the kids in reading habits. So special thanks to all the jury members for being the lighthouse for us. Every year we come up with the nominations. At the end you always guide us. What are the improvements, what are the things which have to change now for next year to make it better and better, and we really feel graciously like gods to us for helping us down that we can move down to the next level. I would also like to thank the Food4Thought team. I would like to call on stage Sirisha, Sai, Ravi Teja, Vandana, the journey from 2,000 students to 16,000 students this year would have... Yeah. Muni Raja sir, please. So we have Muni Raja sir from Bangalore, he is representing. I think he has left because he has a bus to catch on. So the journey from 2,000 students to 16,000 students this year wouldn't have been possible without this team. So thank you. A special thanks to Vandana ma'am for last 3 months. She is on the toes with all the nominations from 170 to 55 and in the last winner. Thank you very much, Vandana ma'am. I would like to call the entire strategist team on the stage, please. Everybody, strategist team. Thank you guys for non-stop for last 3 days. Every year you are with us as a pillars so we can take it off to the next level. Special thanks to all the volunteers here today. Please come on the stage, including Naresh. Please come on the stage. For being with us for last 3 days and even tomorrow will be with us. A special thanks to Cornetto kids. Please, Shivankar and your team, for being with us as media partners and helping us from social media to branding and everything. This year we had a very beautiful team and we realized that we are getting old now. Yeah. Now, special thanks to our CFO, Shifali Rao. I would invite her on the stage. Come. Thank you, Shifali, for bearing us for last 3 months. We know every day we'll call you with some special ideas, innovative ideas. And then at the end of the day, you will come back and say, okay, but we have to cut down these things. And last not the least, today we all are here standing just because of one gentleman whom we call as a mom with a MacBook, Mr. Srini. Please come on the stage. The founder, the chairperson. Come. He always shies away in every program. He'll always sit in the last bench. So whoever is sitting in the last bench, you can say it's Srini. So basically, I would just like to share 2-3 lines. This idea when came back 4 years ago, and when Shini called us, because I stay in Delhi, my other team stays in Hyderabad. Why can't we start India Reading Olympiad? And I still remember every time this India Reading Olympiad is there, we fought for 3 months, non-stop. Because he would like to convince us that we should go for it, and we were very, very hesitant. No, why would somebody come and take it an award? Why would he feel it to be nominated? And it took us 3 months for us all to be getting convinced that no, we should start. And it is just because of this person. If he would have not pushed us, we would have not started this event, and we would have not met such a beautiful people in one single room. There is a people who are leaving a legacy to us. There are people like Zach who are taking it forward. And what a beautiful place to sit at one place and see all those things. Thank you, Srini, and I would request you to share the last words.
It's an absolute honor to be on all of you. Like I was telling our gentleman there, it's so good to see the 100 years legacy of a bookstore, and to see somebody like Zach who promises to keep it for another 100 years. What we are doing is very small, I know, but we wanted to begin it, we wanted to make a difference, because we've seen there are so many of you, and we feel very heartbroken, like Prabhakar rightly said. When you look at the nominees, and each one of them is doing splendid work and so selflessly. None of them is doing because of there is an award waiting somewhere. You talk to all of them, and it's more and more you talk, the more and more humbling experience you get every day. That the world out there is such a brilliant place to be. I'm so glad that all of you came here, because each one of you and each one of your claps encourages us, the whole team here as well as everybody behind, that we are on the right path. And I know that there is a lot of to be done, so many more miles to go before we sleep. Thank you very much.
I would request all the winners to please come on the stage for a group photograph. And the judges also, please. May I please on the stage.
Kind of busy. ఎందుకు ఇట్లా వాళ్ళు ఎంత కనిపిస్తుంది వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా ముంగడు వచ్చేస్తాం
Amen.